Propanal, the aldehyde, can be prepared by oxidation of propan-1-ol, primary alcohol, with acidified potassium dichromate 6. An ionic equation for this reaction is shown. Calculate the minimum volume in centimetres cubed of the potassium dichromate solution needed to oxidise 6 centimetres cubed of propan-1-ol. So this is an amounts of substance question. First thing we need to do is work out what mass of propan-1-ol that is. So 6 centimetres cubed, 0.8 grams per centimetre cubed. So that's 4.8 grams. So how many moles of propan-1-ol are we starting with? So moles is mass over mR. So that's 0.08 moles. So the ratio is 3, and we want it of the dichromate, which is this one here. So it's 3 to 1. So the moles of Cr2O72 minus is 0.08 over 3. Which is 0.02667. And volume, so if moles are very clever, then volume is moles over concentration. So 0.02667 divided by 0.4. And that's coming out to be 0.0667. But that would be in decimetres cubed, and it wants the answer in centimetres cubed. So we're going to multiply by 1,000 to get it into centimetres cubed. And we're getting 66.7, but if we look up at the question, most of the numbers have been given to us in two significant figures. So I'm just going to write 67 centimetres cubed. The reaction is done in a pear-shaped flask. Complete the diagram how you would need to set the apparatus to get the aldehyde. So the trick is here. Do you remember that to get the aldehyde, you must use distillation? So here's our flask. And what we're going to do is we're going to connect our flask to our condenser. But our condenser is going to be mounted on its side for distillation. We need to make sure that there are no gaps in our apparatus. So we're mounting our condenser on its side, and then we're going to have some sort of place for the propanal to come out. And then we've got a thermometer in line with the opening of the condenser, and there needs to be no gaps for the vapours to come out of the top of this distillation apparatus. And then we need to put a jacket on our condenser. So there aren't really marks for how artistic this is. The marks are for how scientifically accurate this is. So this is a condenser. This is our flask that we're going to heat from underneath. This is a thermometer. We're going to put water in at the lower level and water out at the upper level. I'm just going to heat it from underneath. It asked us to complete the diagram and label the diagram. So we've got the condenser labelled, we've got a bit of a downward slope on our condenser, we've got water coming in at the lower end and coming out at the top. There needs to be no gaps. The only gap at the end should be at the far end. If I just circle it with a highlighter here, there needs to be a gap. That's where the pressure won't build up and the propanal can come out. So that's the only opening to the system.